So the day has finally come when I can show you what's behind this door in our Parisian suite. And we have finally finished the suite, and it's, I have to admit, a fabulous feeling. And I'm so excited to be able to show you. And this week has just been a week full of finishing touches and getting those final details in, ready for me to be able to show you today. But stay tuned to the end of the video, because I have a really important question for you right at the end, and trust me, you won't want to miss it.
The week has been full of all the final details, like getting our beautiful chandelier up in the bedroom and putting the tap in on the ensuite, ready for the big reveal today.
So let's go. I am so excited to show you the Parisian suite for the very first time. So when you open the door, you come into our beautiful bedroom. And I'm going to show you around and show you what we've done and how we've done it, so you get a really good sense of the room. So we decided, as you saw, that we would put in a bed crown. And I think it works just beautifully with our four-poster bed, which I have to admit has shocked me at how beautifully it's turned out. If you remember back, this bed was a really old, in fact at one point Stephen and I actually debated whether we could even save it. It looks so bad. But with some little bit of elbow grease and some paint, we painted it up. We've added in the gold detail on the four posts, and it just now looks so gorgeous. And with the bed crown at the back, Stephen made the pelmets. And what I did was I actually chose two different materials. So I went with a really simple red stripe for the kind of curtains. And then in the middle, I went with a French toile in a neutral, which really kind of matches the French toile curtains that we have. So I wanted to kind of give a nod to the curtains, but not make it too overpowering. And we actually just found these two lamps. I had these already, so I changed over the shades, and I think it just looks really pretty. We're keeping the bed linen very high quality and very simple, so it's going to be white. But it just frames the bed just really beautifully. And one of my favorite parts is this beautiful chandelier. I'm so excited. It goes so beautifully with the pink ceiling, which just is very subtle now. It doesn't feel like it's in your face, but it really highlights the ceiling rose, and it makes it pop. And the chandelier is just perfect for this room. Just gives it that really Parisian feel. So you can see here our windows with our curtains with our French toile here, and I just love this window. I've just done a simple, I have a old Singer sewing machine which I've put in the window here, and we just put a simple rose and a little teacup, and you can see out the window, even with the garden not even being done yet, with the woodland in the view, it's just very relaxing. We added some artwork. So this is a piece of art that we had that we've added in. Here's the closet, and I'm going to swing around now so you can see how our mantle now looks. So you can see our fireplace. We've added some old books and baskets and pampas grass, and then we put it up this beautiful round mirror that just really frames the mantle. And then we have this lovely cozy corner. It's kind of the perfect place to enjoy a cup of tea and a book, sitting in the window. Another piece of art that I picked up that just brings in that little Parisian feel, which I think is really lovely. And our beautiful chairs that we picked up from someone locally, and they just are perfect. I just love it. It just it makes me want to sit down and read a book. When I see that corner, it's just so lovely. So let's go through to the dressing room, and you can see here how your help with the choice of color for the green has worked out perfectly. We now have the chair rail, the crown molding is pretty much finished, and you can see this is our beautiful wallpaper. And I've added a few touches, so I've got another one of the chairs, which just is stunning there, and a nice lamp. And actually what I did on the wallpaper here is I had this beautiful frame, and I didn't want to add any more artwork to this wall because the wallpaper is so gorgeous. I wanted it to stand alone. So this frame didn't have anything in it. So I actually framed a piece of the wallpaper. And what's really interesting is, and I'd like to claim that we knew what we were doing when we put the wallpaper up, but this particular section, which I was able to use to kind of frame, is almost exactly in the center of the wall. So it's almost like we put up the wallpaper especially for that frame, which I have to admit we didn't, but it looks fantastic and it just frames that piece without adding any more detail to the wallpaper. So you can see here we have our beautiful piece, our mirror, and I love how you can see the different aspects of the room in the mirror. So you can see here the chair. This is just a gorgeous piece that we picked up at the auction, and our wall sconces, which just look beautiful. And we have a little bit of detail that we've put on there. And then we have a really lovely rug in the middle, and then we come round to our top, and we've added some sheer drapes on the window just to soften it up, and you can see the gorgeous view. So when you're sitting in the tub, this is the view that you would have. But you can see here, I've put some bubbles in the tub, ready to be used. And so, in fact, I just feel like jumping in, to be honest. But yeah, this is up on our platform, and it's just the most relaxing place you could ever imagine to have a bath, to be honest. And I just love it. You can see here the tub with the windows, just looking, and we've just added a few extra touches. We've got some suitcases here to add in a bit more vintage, but it's just looking just gorgeous. And then if I come around here, this takes you into the bathroom and the ensuite. So you can see here our beautiful vanity that was painted. We now have the sink and the tap in. It's just looking really gorgeous with the color and the gold accents. We picked up this beautiful fleur-de-lis towel rail that just ties in with the fleur-de-lis on our sink. We just wanted to give a little nod to that. And then our gorgeous mirror, which I'm going to show you here. One of my favorite pieces, has the light, which you'll have seen in one of our previous videos. And I love that you can see the brick in the mirror. You can see here, that's the old brick chimney that is in the corner of the bathroom here. And I love that you can actually see it in the mirror here. And then we have our shower, our heated towel rail, and obviously you can see here the floor that's just worked just beautifully. And Stephen made a really lovely transition strip here out of old floorboards. So it's seamless between the old floor and the tile in the bathroom. And of course, our beautiful chandelier, which just the light on the ceiling, it's just perfect for this room. So you can see now, I'm going to swing back here so you can kind of see through. And I just love when you're looking through, you can see from the bathroom here, you can see through the dressing room and into the bedroom. And I've got to admit, it's actually exceeded my expectations. I had a vision in my mind of how I wanted it to look, and it's exceeded. We just love it. So I am so excited that I can finally share with you how it looks, because we've been working on this for a long time, and you've seen so many components as we've been going along. It's been part of our journey as we've been putting it together. But now you actually get to see it finally made, all put together and looking just beautiful. So my next project is to add some cushions to the bed because I feel like it just needs a little extra touch. And I have some extra material left over from my curtains, so I thought I would make some cushions with the curtain material. But I actually have 4 different materials, so I'm planning on doing 2 different cushions, probably different sizes with 2 different materials to add to the bed here, just to give it a little bit more. So the question is, which material do I use? So I'm gonna ask you, because you guys give me the best advice. With my paint color, you guys were spot on, so I thought we'd do I'd ask again with the materials. So let me know what you think you would do for curtains. Which ones would you choose? So we're choosing 2 materials, and I'm gonna do 2 different size curtains. So I've got this red stripe, which I've used in the bed crown behind me. So that's one option I could do. I also have some more of the neutral toil, which again is behind me on the bed crown. So I kind of like the idea of doing the toil and the stripe, kind of as a contrast. But I've also got some more of the red that I have from the curtains. So maybe some of this on the bed would look nice to complement the curtains and contrast the bed crown. And I also have the stripe in a neutral. So the question is, which combination of these do I choose? So send me a message, comment on the video below, let me know which 2 you would choose, whether it would be the first one, which is the red stripe, the neutral toil, French toil, which is, I just love, the red toil, which is on my curtains, and also the neutral stripe. So let me know which one would be your choice, and I'll let you know next week which one I decide. So the Parisian Suite is finally finished. I am so excited the day's finally come. It feels like it's taken forever. We've been working on this room for a long time, but every minute was worth it because it's far exceeded my expectations. It is such a relaxing place. Like, I'm just sitting here enjoying a cup of tea, but I often find myself just coming in here and standing and looking around and absorbing everything. But the big question is, and this is a question I have for you, who is going to be the first person to actually stay in the Parisian Suite? And the answer to that is, well, it could be you, because we are going to be putting out details in the next week of a chance for you to win the very, very first overnight stay. Stephen and I have never slept in this room. No one has ever slept here. You would be the very, very first person to stay here. And it's very, very unusual for us to do this because we're not a bed and breakfast. We don't rent rooms. All our accommodation is part of our event. So if you had a wedding or an event, and the accommodation comes as part of the event package. So we don't rent individual rooms out. So for the person who's going to stay here, it's a very, very unique experience. And for us, it's very special. This is the very, very first suite that we have finished. It's the first finished rooms in the Ladies Manor since we started, and it has a very special place in my heart, to be honest. So we want this to be really special, and I'm so excited that you could be the person that has the opportunity to stay overnight and enjoy breakfast in the morning. Like I say, this is not something we will be offering, so it's very, very unique. And so stay tuned. All the information will be out on our Instagram and Facebook pages over the next week. It will tell you exactly what you need to do to enter yourself in. And you could be the very first person to stay here in this suite and enjoy the 4-poster bed and the clawfoot tub and the ensuite. And like I say, breakfast in the morning. And we can't wait. We're so excited to find out who is going to win. So stay tuned, because you don't want to miss this, because it's going to be kind of a once in the lifetime opportunity, because it only happens once, right? So I am going to get back to work, because even though I love sitting in here and I often find myself just daydreaming in this room, I got lots more things to do, so I've got to get back to my projects, and I will see you in our next Ladysmith Manor Diaries next week.